From court, now still let's talk court, but this time the Supreme Court. Now the 9 Supreme Court justices have started hearing of the National Peasants Party, Robert Kasebante's petition filed against NRM's Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the Attorney General. The election was marred with illegalities, interferences by security forces resulting not tallied in accordance with the electoral laws, among other grounds. Now, today, all parties appeared in court in regards to what issues would the parties want court to determine this petition. The nine justices who are presiding over this matter include the Chief Justice, Dr. Flavia Nizeja, Percy Knight Tohaise, Mike Chibita, Elizabeth Musoke, Stephen Musota, Christopher Madra, Monica Mujenyi, and Catherine Bamogemerire, then also Mozamil Mutangula Chibedi. Now, the Electoral Commission is represented by lawyer Mwesigwa Rokotana and Eric Sabiti. President Museveni is being represented by Edwin Karugire and Biencha, and the Attorney General's office is represented by the Attorney General, who is Kiriowa Kiwanuka. That story, we shall be bringing you details of it in our subsequent bulletins. Now, the head of the office of the national chairman, Hajat Hadija Namyalo, has committed in ensuring that ghettos in Kampala have access to poverty alleviation programs in their formed ghetto structures to improve their livelihoods. Namyalo disclosed this while engaging with Kampala ghetto leaders at the ONC offices in Chambogo. Let's take a look.
With the head of the office, Kampala ghetto leaders cited challenges encountered daily and those that have hindered them from benefiting from government programs. These called for inclusiveness in the youth empowerment programs, saying the programs will play a key role in job creation. Namyalo promised the Kampala ghetto leaders of items and poverty alleviation programs that are to change their livelihoods.
UBC Lunchtime News takes a very short break, and we shall return with business.
Yes, Daddy. You know the children are going back to school and things are a bit tight. For now, why don't you take half of the fees to junior school, and for the school van contribution, we shall pay later.
Daddy, why don't we pay using MTN Momo, where we stand a chance of winning school fees for a whole year and more? By the way, you can also apply for a school fees loan, and also participating schools can win a school van.
That's right! Win school fees for a whole year and more. Get Momo goodies and a school van for participating schools. You can also apply for a school fees loan. Simply dial *165*80# or use the Momo app.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight. Come and give it a try. Ginshikang L-carnitine chromium capsules. Plant extract, scientific ratio. Take 3 capsules each time. The active ingredient accelerates fat burning. Eat twice a day. Don't take a detour. Weight loss starts now. Ginshikang L-carnitine with chromium capsules helps you stay in shape. Please follow medical advice when taking this product. For more information, visit our website www.hgo.com or call 0800 335555.
So, Muchara,
Yes, Daddy.
you know the children are going back to school and things are a bit tight. For now, why don't you take half of the fees to junior school, and for the school van contribution, we shall pay later.
Daddy, why don't we pay using MTN Momo, where we stand a chance of winning school fees for a whole year and more? By the way, you can also apply for a school fees loan, and also participating schools can win a school van.
That's right! Win school fees for a whole year and more. Get more goodies and a school van for participating schools. You can also apply for a school fees loan. Simply dial *165*80# or use the Momo app.
From that short commercial break, UBC lunchtime news, we will again take another break and we shall be shortly back.
So, Muchara,
Yes, Daddy.
you know the children are going back to school and things are a bit tight. For now, why don't you take half of the fees to junior school, and for the school van contribution, we shall pay later.
Daddy, why don't we pay using MTN Momo, where we stand a chance of winning school fees for a whole year and more? By the way, you can also apply for a school fees loan, and also participating schools can win a school van.
That's right! Win school fees for a whole year and more. Get more goodies and a school van for participating schools. You can also apply for a school fees loan. Simply dial *165*80# or use the Momo app.
So, Muchara,
Yes, Daddy.
you know the children are going back to school and things are a bit tight. For now, why don't you take half of the fees to junior school, and for the school van contribution, we shall pay later.
Daddy, why don't we pay using MTN Momo, where we stand a chance of winning school fees for a whole year and more? By the way, you can also apply for a school fees loan, and also participating schools can win a school van.
That's right! Win school fees for a whole year and more. Get more goodies and a school van for participating schools. You can also apply for a school fees loan. Simply dial *165*80# or use the Momo app.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight. Come and give it a try. Ginshikang L-carnitine chromium capsules. Plant extract, scientific ratio. Take 3 capsules each time. The active ingredient accelerates fat burning. Eat twice a day. Don't take a detour. Weight loss starts now. Ginshikang L-carnitine with chromium capsules helps you stay in shape. Please follow medical advice when taking this product. For more information, visit our website www.hgo.com or call 0800 335555.
Welcome back from that short commercial break. Now UBC Lunchtime News continues. Water transport on Lake Victoria will now become safer and more reliable. This follows the completion of an ultra-modern multi-may rescue coordination center in Mwanza, Tanzania, a facility designed to strengthen search and rescue operations across the lake. Dennis Segoa brings us to speed.
Victoria in Mwanza, Tanzania, has one major mission: improving safety on the lake. The newly completed Maritime Rescue Coordination Center will act as the nerve center for maritime safety operations.
This is the coordinating one, but we have 3 sub-centers and some marine equipment to access, because the lake is vast, so we deployed strategically to certain airports like Nansio, Kanyala and Musoma, and we deploy small search and rescue centers there.
Funded by the governments of Tanzania and Uganda at a cost of over $2 million, the center is part of the multinational Lake Victoria Maritime Communications and Transport Project. With a clear view of the lake, the center enhances real-time communication, reduces rescue response time, and strengthens cross-border maritime safety for Uganda, Tanzania, and Kenya.
Now someone can say that I can travel from Mwanza to Bukoba by lake because it is safe. And you remember that the water transport is cheaper than road transport. So even the business communities, they will need now to put their cargo on the vessels because they are sure that those cargo will reach Port Bell in Uganda, will reach Kisumu in Kenya, and so on.
As system checks and vessel calibration continue ahead of the official commissioning, the facility is already being hailed as a major boost to safety and efficiency along the Central Corridor's multimodal transport network. Lake Victoria has recorded fatal accidents linked to poor communication and delayed response.
We keep hearing questions like, is the water safe? In the past, there were so many accidents on the lake, costing lots of dollars in terms of losses, in terms of, the cost to human life. So there's all of these concerns that maybe it's not safe and maybe it's too good to be true. But
authorities say the center will reduce such risks.
We also enhance the communication on the lake by erecting communication towers on islands, the island of Soswa, Kweru and Kunen. The reason is that we get a two-way communication with the distressed people. They have to be connected with the such and rescue centers. So we enhance phone communication between the distressed and the receiving sub-center.
Notable tragedies include the 1996 MV Bukoba disaster that claimed over 800 lives, and the 2018 MV Nyerere accident in Tanzania, which killed more than 200 people. Dennis Igoa for UBC.
Thank you so much, Dennis, for that. Now let's talk digital service. Uganda's public service is steadily moving from physical to digital. At the center of this transformation is the national backbone infrastructure, the government's fiber optic superhighway, driving efficiency, accountability, and secure online services. Henry Okrut brings us more.
In 2006, just ahead of the CHOGM conference, the national backbone infrastructure has quietly evolved over nearly 2 decades. The fiber, stretched across the country, connects ministries, agencies and districts to a single high-capacity government network. The backbone is in 68 districts, with Phase 5 pushing that reach even further.
This connectivity is supplemented by private sector connectivity, but the government connectivity is most reliable and most I would say it has the highest capacity. We upgraded and we have 2 routes of connection to the undersea cable. We are connecting from Kenya through Mombasa and also through Tanzania.
Under phase 5, close to 6,000 kilometers of fiber optic cable are being laid, with deployment accelerating after initial delays in equipment acquisition.
Our plan was within 5 years, we should have 100% of all districts connected to the backbone. So it's a superhighway cable. So we shall have a superhighway cable traversing the whole country, and then government will extend now the middle mile, last mile, even the private sector shall tap into that backbone. It shall be the de facto highway cable for all internet traffic in the country.
Riding on the MBI are digital solutions that eliminate delays, cut out middlemen, and improve transparency. At the heart of this shift is UGPass, Uganda's digital authentication and e-signature system.
It has enabled government or the users of this solution to be more efficient. If you are signing a contract of, let's say, 2,000 pages, you can now sign with just a click of a button. You can also bulk sign, so you can have thousands of contracts of whatever number of pages, and in a click of a button, you'll be able to sign all the documents genuinely, and the signature is tied to an individual.
UGPass tackles one of the most persistent challenges in public service: fraud and forgery. Every digitally signed document carries a timestamp, a secure signature, and a verification trail. Citizens, banks, and institutions can independently confirm authenticity without making calls or physical follow-ups. The system is already finding uptake in the financial sector and is set to expand into a national public.
Passports, we are seeing e-passport, driving license, birth certificates, education certificates, all those documents now can be signed digitally and secured, and the receiver can verify genuinely that this is a genuine digital government document. So it will now curtail the issues of fraud documents or fake documents.
As digital government expands, inclusivity remains a priority, which is why NITA Uganda is now preparing to extend the national backbone infrastructure to island districts. Karangala and Buvuma have been earmarked for connection.
It's quite efficient in terms of deployment because we're going through the lake, and we don't have the obstacles are less when we are through the lake. It is a much more faster deployment process, but probably within, I would say within the next 1 year. I don't expect it to be more than a year, but within 1 year, those 2 islands will be connected.
From fiber in the ground to trust in the system, the national backbone infrastructure is reshaping how government works. Henry Okrut, UBC.
UBC News, let's talk sports. The National Council of Sports has continued its engagement with sports federations as it embarks on legalizing the new Sports Act. John Barnes Centamo brings us more.
The 2023 President Yoweri Museveni assented to the National Sports Act Cap 151 that repealed the former National Sports Act Cap 48. But for the Act to become operational, several regulations need to be incorporated. To ensure that is done, the State Minister for Sports inaugurated a task force headed by Brighton Barugahari that is mandated with the process. The process includes consultation with relevant parties, notably federations and associations.
because there's so many compliance issues that if you don't treat them in line with the requirements of WADA, definitely we shall have issues. And I want to appeal at this point that once the regulations are in place, we should have as many capacity building programs with the respective associations and federations so that they have all the information required in closing the gap we already have.
The task force has so far consulted about registration of federations and associations and also about public infrastructure regulations. The latest consultation engagement has been on anti-doping and was hosted at the Copper Chimney restaurant in Lugogo.
The outcome of the consultation has been that, one, we have received comments from the stakeholders which we are going to incorporate, but also we have guided on areas that are not going to be subject to change because of the international commitments, because international law takes precedence over municipal law. So when there is a convention on doping agreed at the international level, you can't sit and you have limited room for adjustments. So we have explained that there are some regulations which we take as they are from the International World Anti-Doping Agency code, and then there are those which relate to the management, the cases, handling of cases of anti-doping, and how samples can be picked, and all those, and the management generally of the anti-doping within this country.
It was attended by, among others, Uganda Olympic Committee, which before the act that led to establishment of the National Anti-Doping Organization was in charge.
It's very important that the federations, through the NADO that is now in place, will continue to provide education in terms of understanding the different levels, whether we have in competition, it could be here in Uganda or abroad, out of competition, when people are training off season. It's also issues of awareness, issues of being aware that every year we have a new list of prohibited substances and methods. And also in 2027, we shall have a new code which is coming on board. So this is a very timely intervention, and I believe going forward, we shall continue together with the new team under the new professor to continue doing education of our various members so that they understand the full range of what anti-doping entails.
For the Sports Act to become fully operational, 10 regulations including rewards and recognition of athletes and academies need stakeholder engagements.
This is one step towards preparation for instituting clean sport in the country. It is important that these regulations come in place. Two, it is important that we find avenues for education. Most of the times, our sports persons find themselves violating the code because they do not know that what they are doing is wrong. So we need to educate. Education is going to be paramount, but education takes time. One is, who are we educating? Can we educate all athletes? Unlikely. But we can educate the leaders of federations and associations. Then we want to believe that within your federation, within their federations, they also have mechanisms to educate their athletes.
The task force will then incorporate the comments from the consultations with the stakeholders and then share them with World Anti-Doping Agency for concurrence. A brief with the minister who has the mandate to authorize publication will follow for it to be gazetted and become law.
Thank you very much for watching this broadcast. We shall be bringing you later on more updates, that is at 7, that is UBC later, then at 8 p.m. and also at 10 p.m. I am Brian Tumwine Biarohanga. Ciao.